Hello, my name is Chris. I'm a photographer. I go by on Instagram, Colvin Photography 24, and I've been doing photography for about, I want to say, 4 years. What got me into photography was actually back in high school when, during my senior year, I needed to pick a little secondary class to get credits for me to graduate because I wasn't really willing to take any foreign language class. Not that there was anything wrong, I just didn't want to learn any new languages at the time. So they said your options are either bite the bullet and take either a Spanish class or do a photography class. So I went with photography. And I had a lot of fun with it. And I wanted to get more into it after high school, but at the time, I really couldn't afford a camera. And the one that I had was like this little small, compact, Sony camera that my parents got me for my birthday. And I wanted to go further into it, but I really didn't have the funds at the time. I was only, I think, making $12 an hour on a 24-hour weekly base. So that was put on hold. And then after a long-term relationship ended, I just kind of found myself doing whatever I could to preoccupy myself. So I would go to like beaches or parks and I just use my phone and start taking pictures. And I was like, wow, these are actually pretty nice. The little free editing apps that they had on Google. And I said, you know what, I wanted to do it for a while. Maybe I want to get back into it. So I did a little homework and bought a camera. And from there, I've been going to meets, photo shoots. Every once in a while, I have people hire me to take pictures for them. And it's been a lot of fun. What originally got me into photography was just a little subject in class to help me graduate. And I really didn't think much of it at first, but then my teacher pulled me aside and says, you know, it's a shame that you're starting this class in your senior year because I'm looking at some of your pictures that you've been taking and they're phenomenal. He goes, if you have started earlier, I probably would have had encouraged you to maybe start selling your pictures at art galleries. At the time, I really didn't think much of it, but yeah, looking back, I probably should have taken it. That one was a fun little interesting thing to do. That was from my actual first photo shoot that I ever been to. It was from a studio group called Paragon Studios, which I found through Meetup. And they did a little segment called Reflections. So I figured, okay, you know what, I'll give it a shot. I said I want to do photography, I want to delve more into it, do more human beings and animals and natures and whatnot. So I signed up for the shoot, thinking I'm just going to be taking pictures of models with their reflections through mirrors. What I was not told is that it was a photography reflection slash another form. So one segment was reflection and bathing suit, and then the other one was reflection and fashion, and then I ended up with reflection slash lingerie and boudoir. So the moment I walked in on a set, everything that the person in charge of the photo shoot told me what settings I need to have on the camera just went. So he's saying there goes, all right, Chris, you ready to go? I'm just like stone, like deer in headlights. And Because at the time I was thinking, yeah, I'm actually doing this now. This is great. And then like the moment I went to shoot, it's like, oh crap, this is actually really happening. What do I do? So I handed the guy my camera. I just said, help. And so yeah, it was a fun time though. She had a fun. I had a fun. The person's name's Amber, who has been modeling for about, I want to say, 5-7 years. But yeah, first one, always a fun one. So that one was a fun little accident. I was at this little group shoot called For the Vibes event in downtown LA. And at the time, I know that my camera had like other little hidden bells and whistles and whatnot. So I figured I just went through the menu and just started playing around with it. And I don't exactly remember what I did. I think I did something called overlapping picture. So the model right there is Black Fire, I believe her Instagram name is. And one light had a red light to it, and the other one was a blue light. And she turned to the left, ex Black Fire, and I went to go take a picture of her. And I think I have my setting on overlay. I'm not too sure exactly, but you know, there's one light there that's red, and then there's another light there that's blue. So I went up and I took a picture of her while she was facing the blue light, and then she immediately turned to the red light and had other photographers taking a picture of her there. So I snapped both of the pictures and then just went along my way, just kind of took more pictures of the models, and came home. Took the SD card, put it in my computer, and I'm just scrolling through and find out which ones I want to edit, which ones I want to delete, and I just stumble upon that. I'm just sitting there going, how did I get that? So I spent a good while trying to figure out exactly what I did, but I honestly can't remember, but I'm happy with how it turned out. So that one was taken around the time when I realized like how tight knit these photo group meetups are. There was one model who would go to these shoots and take pictures of her, and I would upload a couple, and then she would message me saying, "Hey, get rid of those." And one day, she was at this photo meetup, and she pulled me aside and she said, "You know, I don't care for your work. I think your work is sub amateur at best, and I think you should stop doing what you're doing, because it always takes you a while to get pictures sent out to me." And I apologized to her, saying, I recently got a promotion from work, so I went from 24 hours to 48 hours. So yeah, I don't have that much time as much as I did beforehand. So, and she said, well, that proves my point that you should stop doing this. And I'm not gonna lie, it did hurt to like hear someone say, like, I know there's gonna be people out there that have something negative to say and whatnot, and I just try to brush off, but my girlfriend knew that I was hurting, and so we left, and she just kind of did like little things here and there, cheered me up, and I decided to make a post about it. I left the model's name out, and I explained the whole ordeal. And within an hour, I have half a dozen people sending me a screenshot of that model's Instagram, following up with, was it that? I'm like, yeah, it was her. So, they all apologized, said, hey, yeah, she has her opinion, but it's wrong for her to say what she said. And a couple weeks later, there was another photo meetup, and she was there. And I want to say there was maybe about like 3, 4 dozen photographers. And out of those photographers, I want to say maybe three only took pictures of her at that shoot. And after that, she left. And I haven't seen her since. So, yeah. Um, the one advice I can give to people who are interested in doing photography is to go for it. You won't know what it's like until you try it. Is it? I will give you a heads up though. It is a little pricey, all depending on like what type of gear you want to get. And once you get that gear, you want to get more. But other than that though, it's a lot of fun. Um, I would say to be selective on the pictures that you take. Like, yeah, this new camera, and you just want to like go around and take a whole bunch of pictures. When I first started doing photography, I was basically Arnold Schwarzenegger from Commando when he had that machine gun. And the downside, though, is you would have so many pictures you have to sort through, and it would take me about 2 hours at the most. So, yeah, just be selective, go for it, take the step forward. People who are looking to model, I would say do the same thing too. Um, if you want, I can tell you guys like several meetups on like Shooting Stars, Fiatama, For the Vibes, Art and Chill, Hybrid Meets, Story Films, OC Collectives. All of those places have photographers and models who do this for fun and can always help you out with any pointers or anything if you're new to this industry. If you want to find me or follow me, I'm on Instagram. My Instagram name is ccolvinphotography24. And if you want to chat with me, I will be at a photo shoot that Lady of Flowers is hosting. I believe it's on Sunday, and it's down in Torrance. Her Instagram is Lady of Flowers XOXO. Give her a follow too, and I hope to see you guys there.